Hello everyone, Inco here. I just wanted to make a quick video to touch base with you guys, to get some input and to drop some knowledge on you guys as well. So there will be a series vote, as you can tell by the title, later in the video. So please stay tuned for that faction vote series vote. Before we actually get to the vote itself, I want to ask you guys some questions and basically explain how the series are going to be run and how the vote itself is going to run. I mean, you can skip directly to the vote if you really want to, but that's not super helpful to me. I would rather you guys have this information to make your decisions, etc., so you're not blindsided later on. So first things first, I guess I should say that you guys may have noticed that my uploads have been spotty as hell. I mean, I never claimed to be the most consistent uploader in all of history, but it's been worse, I would say, as of the past couple of months. And that's basically because I'm busy. You guys may not know this, but I also do a bit of freelance work part-time on the side as well as my daytime job, and then basically what time I have left I can devote to YouTube, which is more of a hobby at this point. So I'm just kind of busy. I'm very busy. You know, you gotta talk to family and feed yourself and shit like that as well. What am I, Joe? I haven't worn clothes in weeks because I haven't had time to do any laundry, so I just actually go to work naked, and I gotta tell you, it's a bit of a detriment. I might get fired. No, basically, I've just been very busy, and as a result of this, I've kind of missed some deadlines I set for myself to start new series. For example, I had initially planned a series to coincide with the Grim and the Grave DLC, but I've missed that, and I don't know if you guys will be interested still. Likewise with Call of the Beastmen, and all that good shit. So basically, I've got the art work done for these. I've got the thumbnails done. I've got my templates all done, everything. I've got the stuff for the videos done. It's just I haven't had time to record, and some of it is also I missed the boat, so now it's kind of awkward if I was to start recording this stuff. But I just, maybe if you guys were interested, and then we could do it. Anyway, what you'll be seeing on your screen now are 4 series like this that I had initially planned to start at some point and just never got to it. So the first in the top left is a modded Top Knotz campaign, which I thought would just be kind of fun to play as the Savage Orcs for, a few episodes. Then we have the Grimpire, which would be a series with Volkmar the Grim for Grim and the Grave. And then we have Eye for an Eye in the bottom left, which is pretty explanatory. It's the story campaign that was released alongside with the Beastmen race. And then in the bottom right, which is kind of the series I assume is going to win this vote, we have a Divide and Conquer Rohan campaign. You guys have been asking me to do a Divide and Conquer series for literally years. And I've always said that I would prefer to do a good faction in contrast with Mordor. So Mordor is most definitely an infantry faction. So I wanted one faction that would have cavalry, and obviously Rohan is the cavalry faction. It was either that or like Eriador, maybe Dale. Those were my 3 top picks: Rohan, Dale, or Eriador. I thought would be very interesting for me personally. So these are the 4 series that I already have the art for, and I mean, these would be the most simple to start recording. But if none of those interest you, I've actually put a list on the right of that as well of several series that I've kind of always planned to do, or I had ideas to do. For example, I started playing Hearts of Iron 4 recently. And when you play as the US, there are 4 war plans. 1 to go to war with Germany. I believe 1 is to go to war with the Soviets. 1 is to go to war with the UK, and the other is to go to war with Japan. And I thought War Plan Red, which is the plan to attack the UK, that would be incredibly interesting to play. And I figured if I'm going to play it, then I may as well record it. So that's just one example. Total War Attila Varangian Guard is an idea I actually sniped from a Reddit comment, basically saying they played a series, or rather they played a campaign where they were playing as a Viking faction in nomad form, as an ally to the Eastern Roman Empire, just kind of role-playing as the Varangian Guard, and I thought that would be interesting for, I don't know, 5 episodes. So on and so forth. There's all these different series that I've kind of been thinking about. But anyway, if none of those 4 interest you, you can vote for other. And then if there are enough other votes, then maybe I can mine some more information and kind of pick what you guys are planning to do. My initial plan for how I'm going to run these series is I'm going to record maybe 3, 4 to 5 episodes, release them throughout a week, gauge the reaction, gauge the feedback, and if it's not good enough for me, I'm going to end the series and we're going to go back to the drawing board, try to start a new series, etc., etc. Because right now, I really only have one series that is running, quote, consistently, unquote, and that is my Mordor campaign. All of my other single-player campaigns I have kind of let wither on the vine, and they've died off. So I really only have one series in the schedule, and this is my plan to fill it back up. I'm going to do pilot episodes. I always think of Pulp Fiction when we talk about pilot episodes. You know, they make a show, and then they can decide if they want to make more shows. So that's the idea. This is how I'm going to be doing new series from now on. So you may be seeing a new series every week, every 2 weeks, as I try to rotate in things and rotate them out if they're not successful. Eventually, I'll have maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 series, one for every single day of the working week, and then I can do whatever on the weekends. I am doing a lot of multiplayer material now that I record on the weekends, and that's been kind of padding out my schedule as of late, but like I said, I would like to have some single-player series, so that could be the steak to the multiplayer's potatoes, if that makes sense. I think we should really very quickly talk about what I find acceptable and what I don't find acceptable as far as feedback goes. So I kind of follow a 10% rule, which I think is just a quick rule of thumb for YouTube. If 10% of your subscribers are consistently watching something, that's great. If 10% of the views give you likes, that's great. So let's say I have 1,000, excuse me, Geez. 1,000 subscribers. If I were to have 1,000 subscribers and 100 people were to watch my video and 10 people were then going to give me a like on that, that's fine. That's acceptable to me. So I guess I could say I'm looking for 250 views consistently on a video. Otherwise, it's probably not worth my time. Unless, of course, I'm having a lot of fun with it. If I start a series and I find that it's a lot of fun to play, I'll probably keep doing it, even if the feedback isn't acceptable. And as far as comments go, well, every single comment helps, basically. I don't really have a bar for comments. If there are no comments, it's like it's the saddest thing to me. I don't know why. If there's a video on YouTube and it has 0 comments, I mean, it's kind of like a graveyard, like a silent graveyard. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So I would like to see roughly 250 views per video, and if it's not getting that, then I'll have to maybe look at rotating that series out. So, in summation, I'm going to start new series. I'm going to put out 3 or 4 episodes over a week. If they don't consistently get what I deem to be acceptable numbers, it's going to be canceled until further notice. It's going to be on ice, is what I'm saying. Actually, I should have added, I just thought of a new series. I could revitalize my England campaign, my stainless steel England campaign. If that's something you're interested in, please vote other. And then as far as the vote goes, obviously vote for one of the 4, which should be in the poll. And if none of those 4 interest you, please vote other. Anyway, I should end this video now because this has actually been quite a bit longer than I had originally planned. I was aiming for 5 minutes and now we're up to almost 10. So I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you will take the time to vote, and I hope you are as excited as I am to see some of these series start popping up on the channel. Anyway, just as another quick note, if you have any other ideas for what you might want to see as a series that's not on here, just leave a comment. That's all you need to do. All right, everyone, I'm signing off now. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.